Alright, folks, greetings of peace. Welcome to episode 5 of my gameplay commentary of Horizon Forbidden West. This is yours truly, Bionic and St. Francis Coleman. Your stash. Your stash? What the heck? A workbench. So your stash is a... Okay, let's talk to some of the other side quests here.
That mine will be the death of all of us. I take that back! This'll be the death of me!
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me. It won't be the last injury if Olvin keeps shoving those tongs in those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chainscrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but... Olvin probably threatened to cut off our pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it? You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvind and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvin... his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
Fair enough.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Hmm. Well, that's the thing. That's the side quest that we need to do before we go to the...
Come to join in the fun?
Good day. Evening.
Okay. That's a brand new innovation. I thought it's...
Ask her. I don't know what
Machines I can deal with.
she's doing
There's
here.
some unholy
I just know I need another ale. Oh,
We'll stay there.
can I help you?
So level 5, huh? Don't tell me this is just a rock.
Come on, anyone! Make my day!
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
What do you
Sounds
mean?
like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, no trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile, if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Well, okay, so what is the quest line for that? Okay, since we are already here. Well, I just have to commend again Guerrilla Games for making this heck of a game, folks. Good graphics. You can always count on Guerrilla Games.
I'll stash this away for later.
I believe they have already surpassed when it comes. Well, not yet. Uh, Meridian still the best place for the capital of this game. Okay, herbalist remedies.
Forget your tools today, did you? Aloy, change your mind about that brew? Not a clinch. Play some strike. Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table! Ah, don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
So the bristlebacks and the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Ulvund was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt help Ulvund?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Ulvund has taken to blaming the Karja for them. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
Yeah, I'm interested in what brought this.
Thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
So about Ulvund.
Around here, everything's about Ulvund.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
What the heck
I
is
was
this
just
game?
passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original, straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
What the heck? We had the board game here. Biggie, there's tutorial. What the heck is this? This is like a magic card battle, huh? Okay, let's just try.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner?
1.
That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Gotta move that machine forward. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to when performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board and your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Mm-hmm.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. but sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah,
Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me, always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Don't be a stranger.
Alright, so that wasn't so hard.
I'm telling you, I saw it scoop up a whole bunch of machines.
We'll try to get some of the fetch quest first. Well, this is important. No, I like the pace of this game right now. You know, the developers here really make it make it an emphasis to, you know, let the gamers enjoy the sights of the sights of the game, and of course, acid, huh?
It seems like bitterleaf likes to grow on rocky terrain. Okay, I think I have enough bitterleaf.
Yeah, we already know that there are wild hogs here. We've already killed two of them. And there's another one there.
It saw me.
There's another unintentional comedic scene. We are trying to find, we're trying to search for the wild boar, and something's no, it's just staring us in the face. One more wild boar, folks.
There. That should be enough wild meat for Mildev.
Well, we did play Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and that's how I, you know, became adept to playing games that has a arrow as the main weapon. You know, before I play Forbidden West, that was my, you know, concern that you know, the main weapon was the arrow, but and the main weapon is the arrow. So, you know, but it was a good decision last year. Is that correct? When did I play Horizon Zero Dawn? I think that's in 2021. You know, the difference in this game and in Zero Dawn is that I distinctly remember that whenever Aloy used the you know, the fire, you know, the fireplace, that the time, you know, goes or advances, um, I think 6 hours.
Acid ammo will make this go quick. Scavengers. Mildev said we could find a needle handle in one of their scrapbooks. I've learned to override machines and cauldrons before. I wonder if they're running out here. My focus can. Oh, that helps. Through the scrap piles for a metal pen.
Alright, that's a good fight, and the most important thing is I am starting to become confident. No metal panel. Better check another scrap pile. A generous supply, huh? You know, the good thing about this is that there's already the what you call this.
Refill my pouch with these later.
All right, another.
I think I have everything I need for Mildef. Good thing, too. I could use a decent meal.
Well, the only thing that's stopping us from the, you know, for being from being quicker is the fact that Aloy has not yet learned the to override some of the things will open up, folks. When all right, I am not really fond of fast traveling, especially if when it comes to a beautiful game like this. And the good thing about this is that the monsters are quickly respawning.
Stop looking already.
All right, so we just had. Chain scraper.
I'm drunk?
Well, I I'll say this. The places here are unique already compared to Zero Dawn. But it's still a Carja land. So maybe I'm just overreacting.
Ah, there you are. I happen to receive another visit from Olvin himself. He was pushy, but I stood my ground. And dare I say it, I even got my own back. Yes, I did.
I'm listening.
When I made his meal, I used 3 pinches of salt. Instead of 2.
Each journey begins with a single step, I guess. I think I have everything you asked for.
Then just as you have inspired me, let us see if I can return the favor. Time to cook.
Wow. Mildif, that was inspired.
Next time you want the best provisions, you know where to find me. And your next order of any dish will be on the house.
Thanks. And don't forget to stand up for yourself.
Funny you should say that. As it happens, I'm already cooking up my next portion of resistance. Hope to see you again.
All right. All right, that's the most important thing, the skill points. Hunter.
it'd be a good idea to stock up on some food before I head back out. And see what else Aldous cooking up.
Back for that free meal? Go on, peruse my menu.
So okay, that's it. So those are pouch. Good, good. So I'm starting to really grasp the okay, so let's go to the mine side quest.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
I think I've had too much to drink.
Round!
Is that a
What are you saying?
Well, it's understandable that this game will not win the game of the year back then last year because of Elden Ring and God of War, but just to be nominated in the Game Awards is really great, And I have to congratulate again Guerrilla Games because they really did, make another classic. Hmm. So, okay, we are about to end episode 5 of our gameplay commentary um, Horizon Forbidden West. Now, if you like, well, come on. There's this pouch that needs raccoon hide. Come on.
I'll have to find a cauldron out here to learn how to override that.
Okay. So that's it, huh? Let's see here.
They're becoming hunted.
All right, so it's nice to get a successful takedown of
This will be over quick with frost ammo.
all right, so again, well, it's not our intention to just go around and just well, I guess these are peaceful. You are peaceful, right?
Here we go.
All right, folks. Again, thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and stay safe out there, folks. We'll continue this on episode 6. Well, now the guys just